good burst options, which also means that Joker can kind of dash back and get a grab, start some combo game. It's definitely volatile because Joker can just get comboed to death, but I guess we'll see how they choose to play it out.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure. And speaking of choosing, both players rocking the golden ult. We got to love theming, but we're going to get right into it. Hopefully the gameplay matches the vibe.
Nice little back air string right there. Following it up with the up air. Does not want to let him land, but able to continue with some pressure here. How does Suspect get back to the ground?
yeah, it's always tough for Kazuya. You know, one of the only characters in this game with a frame 6 jump squat. Yep. Something that was made universal in Ultimate for a purpose. And, you know, Kazuya's just so broken on the ground, they had to make this man a little sluggish in the air.
Oh, yeah. 57%. Oh, the first tech doesn't quite connect, but that is the stock from Ravenking with Arsene about to come up as well. That's going to do it. And Arsene this early, you're just going to get some really good damage down. It's probably not going to be enough to close out the stock very quickly, but ideally you're getting some Agons and you're doing a big ledge trap here.
Yeah, I mean, this couldn't have gone any better for Ravenking. Takes the first stock, immediately pops Arsene for the start of the second, and is getting an edge guard scenario here. Suspect gets past the back air there and finally finds his footing in center stage here. But, man, Kevin, this is not a good position for Suspect.
You can see Ravenking kind of dancing and dashing back, but that was a super unsafe Aegon, which is why Suspect decides to burst in. You can't just down gun, unfortunately, right there because, again, in that close range, Kazuya is going to have advantage. Auto turnaround and electric.
Yeah, exactly. It's so powerful. That invincibility on the upper half makes it the bane of existence for many characters, but that down gun there is perfect, Kevin.
That's fantastic. That's, oh, still actually having jumped the whole time? Suspect is crazy. Scoop and stock down.
Yes, a solid stock to take there. Suspect finally gets on the board, but is it too little too late? I guess that's never really the case with Kazuya.
I can't believe that crumple hit. Forward smash is a little bit too aggressive of an option.
Yeah.
And if Ravenking doesn't reset this a little bit, doesn't find the jab lock, that's a huge missed opportunity. Suspect's going to close the gap.
Yeah, I mean, the missed opportunity is not what you want to be saying when you're playing against Kazuya because he does not miss. You know, when he gets those electrics, it's usually stock gone. So Ravenking cleaning up the stock there is actually huge for him.
Yeah, I like the F-tilt on the landing. Dash attack comes out. Big edge guard. We still have jump, laser stall. Oh, we do still have jump.
Oh, there goes the spike. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it.
That was fantastic. I mean, I love that Suspect held the jump, but Ravenking much more privy to it than I am. I barely could tell that Suspect had the jump on lock, but Ravenking, patient as ever, waited on the ledge for that jump option, knowing that with the up-B already having come out, if you're going to jump back to ledge, you have to air dodge, and just waiting it out with a down air is fantastic.
I mean, yeah, of course Ravenking has that awareness, especially in this matchup, as, you know, he goes to blows with Abe Zura, local Kazuya, and some of their grand finals at the locals in this very venue. So, obviously, Ravenking is in his element, and if you're Suspect, you got to take him out.
Yeah.
Because Ravenking in his element is something you do not want to face.
Absolutely. Suspect is actually the higher seed in this tournament. Ravenking is seeded to lose this, but like you said, it's more about the matchup experience, and Ravenking has Abe Zura. Suspect doesn't really have any in-region, like, up-and-coming or high-level Jokers to practice against, as common as the character has been since its DLC release. So Ravenking showing that playing against Abe Zura, even if only 6 games, has been enough.
It has been intense here. We're here on Hollow Bastion as a counter pick. I mean, I see this as like a go-to counter pick for a lot of Kazuya players. It feels like it's just, you know, the natural progression. You're not gonna get Kalos, you're not gonna get Talon, and you're not gonna get FD. So, go for that center platform to make those sides just so unbearable to kind of, you know, fight over there.
And the idea is also to keep Ravenking from playing at the longer range with gun, but there's still enough space for you to back up and play around gun. And Suspect is still struggling to burst in on it. Getting back to stage is difficult. Obviously, that top platform is better for the combos, but it's not exactly the easiest thing to get to for disadvantage.
Oh, and Ravenking misses out on the forward air there that would have cleaned it up, so now Suspect can kind of fight back here.
Wow, only a couple of hits, and Suspect has kind of evened up the pressure a lot. Getting back to stage is no easy feat against down gun. And that's it. Waiting out the jump air dodge again. Suspect has clearly shown that they like a specific option on recovery, and Ravenking is calling it out.
Yeah, I mean, even there, just the one Arsene bullet to kind of set up that scenario was so beautiful, but Suspect finds the 1, 2, 3. That's a stock for me.
That's Kazuya special right there. Even though Ravenking's been in the driver's seat the entire time, Suspect just took the wheel.
Yep. Oh my gosh! Speaking of the wheel, Ravenking's driving this set into a whole different direction. There goes the F-tilt. And zooming out there. There goes back air, and it's going to be missed. So, Kevin, Suspect gets to fight back here.
Yeah, that's a big combo. Arsene's about to come out, but is that enough? No, actually doesn't quite get you needed one more hit of the drag down, I think, if you wanted to get that down smash with the connect. But in any case, Ravenking is going to clean that up. Getting Suspect off stage was enough.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That was a beautiful sequence for Ravenking to finally clean it up there. Ravenking has been swinging these smash attacks, I just noticed.
Yeah.
It's been insane.
Absolutely.
He's like a disciplined player, but you can tell that he very much knows the spots, and he's been calling them out.
Yeah, absolutely. I like it backing up an F tilt, just nair to catch any like neutral get-ups, but otherwise play for the roll and the neutral get-up afterwards. Wow, baits out the grab right there with a retreating nair. Most of the nairs on shield have been retreating, so I'm surprised that Suspect went for the grab to begin with, but I think at that point, your back's in the corner, your best bet is throwing Ravenking behind you at that disgusting angle and maybe getting like a nair edge guard.
Yeah.
Suspect was swinging for the fences because Ravenking has, again, had control of this game. This is like an 80% possession in like FIFA.
Yeah, it's like insane. Man, I was speaking about those smash attacks, and speak of the devil, and Arsene will call that F smash like literally just rocked my world there because I don't know. I just feel like Ravenking has pure dominance here, and Suspect has not but a sense of counterplay. We haven't seen like the crazy Kazuya 0 to deaths that really put you on notice. Ravenking has been making mistakes, but they haven't been punished as hard as you would want them to be.
I love the switch to Smashville. Let me just say, because you're like, I still get the top platform, but I need it to be a little bit smaller. Ravenking's spacing me out too well. Just a tiny bit smaller.
Yeah.
And actually, that could make the difference, but misses that follow-up, unfortunately.
This is a little rough here. But, I mean, we're getting electrics here. It's just up to Suspect to find the right read there and push these advantage states to stocks.
Oh, it doesn't go for the drag down, actually. Finally finds the drag down, continuing the combos. Ravenking knows the optimal routes.
Oh, and this could be it. Oh, no, doesn't have the Arsene dare, so a little rough.
That's not good. Big ledge trap here. Just throwing that out, I don't know about that one, Suspect. You kind of gave up the entire center stage here. Ravenking's getting a reset neutral, and guess who's more powerful in neutral from that longer range?
Yeah, I mean, it would be Joker here, but there goes the Rage Drive grab. Gonna always eviscerate stocks.
You only need a couple of openings as Kazuya. That's the name of the game, as always. You can rack up damage for free. I mean, that was just a throw for 23%, another throw, 45%, and then a back air. You're already at kill percent, and you're going to take it. I mean,
Sent to the Shadow Realm with that freaking nair. It was insane, and already 3 stocks to 1.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. Ravenking getting comboed right here. I think at this point you're just like, okay, if I can get Arsene, if I can get a back air kill really quickly. Oh, I love that. Nice little shield break there. Kind of expecting the roll, I think, after the back air because of how safe the back air is. Somebody's going to roll to avoid either a follow-up back air or they're going to, just try to jump away or something like that. Forward smash kind of covers a lot of those options from a safe distance.
This is true. Okay. Dude, I love the follow that Ravenking's doing. The swinging of the back airs. You can't hold in on that Suspect. Soon to lose the stock here. Ravenking doesn't drop these. Just one more back air, and that's the word. Oh, wow, he actually does.
Yeah.
Commentator's curse.
Thought they were going to jump to cover high recovery, but
yeah.
a scoop here, and Ravenking's on the back foot. I think this is really, really far from being comebackable for Ravenking.
Yeah, I feel like missing out on that edge guard really just spelt the end of the game, and yeah, one read is exactly what you need.
I mean, praise to Suspect right there. Calling out Ravenking holding Rebel's guard, and then just saying, you know what? He's going to feel bad that he threw it out in the first place. He's not going to hold it, and then just waiting it out, following it up with a spike. Gorgeous.
Gorgeous indeed. And we get another game. Suspect on the board. Obviously, those first 2 games made it look a little scary. I thought we were going to get a 3-0 and a handshake, but Suspect's here to play. And I mean, no higher stakes than what we got here tonight. So I'm excited.
Also, let's just give some praise to the production. You just saw that map select overlay. We, of course, have all of the beautiful, themed overlays. We had the head-to-head cards that you'll see again, hopefully, on the next matchup that we have. But it's all just so high quality. It's beautiful. And they would have done this if this event was a D tier. I mean, they're just always on their stuff.
It's just passion, pure passion. That's what UGS brings, and that's why you should be at these events. You should be in the room where it happens for sure.
Snaps for that. Absolutely. Okay, that took a little bit longer to load in. I got a little bit nervous, but we're going to Town and City. Obvious choice right here. You get a very long stage. I'm trying to imagine what the bans were for Suspects, but the fact that Town and City is left open, I think the idea is that they ban probably small battlefield, maybe regular battlefield in PS2, wanting to avoid having the double platforms but leaving the single platforms available and the super flat stages available for easier Kazuya combos.
Sure.
But Ravenking still gets a fairly flat stage, gets a lot of room to run away, keep spacing, and obviously Easy kills off of the side with back air.
Yeah, and I mean, Ravenking has been collecting stocks, stage right and stage left, so Suspect's going to have to watch out because that's one of Kazuya's big perks is that he's a super heavy, you know?
Yeah.
Living stocks, you know, he takes 2 interactions to take your stock, you take like 5, but here on Town and City, it's very volatile.
Yeah. Big scoop right there with Rage Drive. Rage Drive, you know, came available pretty quickly there. I mean, this game's been pretty explosive. 1 minute in, and we've already traded 1 stock. Unfortunately, Ravenking, though having a lot of advantage there, took a while to turn the stock back around.
Yeah, but perfect positioning as always from Mr. Poe himself. Ravenking looking to kind of put on some damage, sprinkle it on, and then find that big advantage state where he can just keep finding that extra hit. Man, I was talking to Solo Jones at Patchwork, and he talked about, you know, why Joker seems so great, so great in motion is because, you know, he's always able to find that extra oomph, just like that.
Oh my God, he's got the laser. The crowd is going, oh! Yeah. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, from downtown, you gotta always watch out for that. But Kevin, that's the game.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. I don't know if that was a demoralization air dodge. It didn't look like it was too late to have been a buffered air dodge for a potential stage tech. Maybe he thought that he was going to be a little bit higher up, and it could have, I don't know. That's a big question mark from Ravenking right there, but just choosing to end it very fast, go straight to game 5, and we're switching stages again. We're going, actually, Ravenking's selection to Hollow Bastion.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you won here, so it makes sense, but I am shocked and surprised that we're going into Game 4, especially how those first 2, I mean Game 5, with those first 2 games, how they were looking.
Yep.
It felt like Ravenking had the download, but Suspect, you know, locked in. And we're here in Game 5 in a very bad position for Ravenking, actually.
Yeah, it's tough. If you're Ravenking here, you have to figure out what's working and what isn't working. I think he's taking the simple route and say what worked was the Hollow Bastion as a stage select, but I think we have to break it down a little bit more nuanced than that, and I'm hoping Ravenking's doing the same. You have a long enough stage that you can keep spacing with gun fairly effectively, and you don't give Kazuya all the room in the world to set up burst range. You basically force him to either come in quickly, or you're going to get a nice grab combo and just like follow-up extensions. Here's the double-edged sword, though.
And you're just finished.
Done.
That's how you start Game 5.
Ravenking just, put his finger on his forehead, said, oh my God, and is moving right on. I think that we're seeing a little bit of frustration from Ravenking as we're trying to find an opening here, but he's just fishing for aerials, not actually playing around grab game right now, hoping to get an opening, using unsafe options after Nair on shield, and that's only going to last you so long before Suspect starts to call it out. Yeah,
and this is really tough because this type of deconstruction of your gameplay coming in at Game 5 is crazy, but, you know, they call him the Rebel for a reason. Arsene right behind him, heaving away stocks. One more back air, Kevin, could actually do it.
Yeah, the local crowd obviously is looking for Ravenking to win here. They're cheering him on every time that Suspect is off stage. I love that, waiting for the air dodge, finding a forward smash. Deep edge guard here. Are we going to find it? No. Finds the stage tech. Thank God for Ravenking. That allows you another lease on life, which you absolutely need. You need every lease you can get.
Yeah, and that's just going to be a true punish, but not going to KO here because we're coast to coast here. Ravenking going to take his stars and stripes, but not for long.
Still
or maybe
alive.
Continue.
Going so deep, that drift back just very, very nice from Ravenking. Rolling in, getting the grab on Suspect. Down gun is going to be a little bit of an edge guard, but the air dodge is going to get Suspect back in it. It's the same setup!
It was the same setup!
Ravenking goes up a stock, but Suspect is closing the gap, trying not to go too aggressive, trying not to get in his own head as Ravenking is turning the momentum around. Waited for an unsafe option, punished it with something safe as well. Suspect is very calm and collected, but Ravenking is close to winning.
Super close here as that up air, and then you get the grappling hook just in time to go for the F smash. Kevin, we're playing Spider-Man, and there goes the back air to steal out Game 5. Ravenking bringing it home.
We see the arms up in the air, said, I am the king of your region.